And we are on. Hi guys, Michael here. Welcome into this live. Today I'm going to be just going over some Q&As, just a few different topics. Just wanted to show up here on a live Friday and speak to you. If you're here on the live, give me a hashtag live in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, give me something like a hashtag replay so I know the time interval. Now, it's been a busy week, but very productive. And just yesterday I did a few videos, so I'm a little worn out. So I'm going to try to keep this one as short, simple, and to the point. Now, there are people here watching from different businesses, different backgrounds, different industries, different opportunities. So I'm going to try to mix a little bit of everything that I can. But again, if you're just tuning in, quickly give me a hashtag live. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. Now, let me know if you have any questions at any time. Ask them in the comment section. I'll answer them, and I'll make sure I give you the best answer possible. But one thing I do want to say is just been hanging around this morning. It's been about just commenting back. Fridays are less intensive. They're more that day in the week where I can wake up a little later and then be able to get on the computer and then work on a few things. But it's not so aggressive. Let me see here. One thing that's been keeping me in balance, and I read this book over and over, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Great book to read if you haven't. Highly recommend you pick that up. It's just a great way to understand your own habits and understand how you are progressing as an individual in your business and so forth. Now, on the topic of business, in general speaking, you have a lot to give. Right? Every day you're waking up, you're going to your business, whether it is online or it is a brick and mortar, regardless, you have to put 110% every single day. And that can be exhausting just to think about. But if you think about it too much, it depletes. And so that's one thing to stay away from. What do I do to prepare myself on a daily basis? That's something people want to know. What are my rituals? What are my habits from the second I'm up to the time that I get on the computer? Or for you, it could be for the time you head into the office or into your workplace. Now, there are a few things you can do that I recommend. One of those being, make sure you drink some water in the morning. Look at this. I have that right behind my bed. I wake up, drink a little bit of water, gives me more flexibility, make sure that the water goes down my spine, lubricates my vertebrae, my joints, etc. That's one thing. And, most of us, we go to the bathroom very early, right away once we get up. Brush my teeth, go back into the room, and then I'll stand there and I'll practice mindfulness. I'll say a few things I'm grateful for, and then I will go ahead and transition into the next part, which is then my yoga. I do yoga for a little bit, stretch, and then I'll meditate. I'll do some push-ups after my yoga, and then I'll meditate for a little bit. Depending on that day, I'll carry forward like that. And then once that's over, then I'll come to the room or wherever it is I need to be, and I'll read. I have a lot of books. And so I read for about 15 to 30 minutes. What that does is it pushes your brain to think, to open up its creativity, open it up and be more cerebral, open it up the pathways, neurologically speaking. And so that focuses your mind and it gets you to think about things you wouldn't have. And it takes it away from this whole being responsive, being more observational. You don't want to react to every little thing. Now, that's the point of it. If you have a family and you're like, well, I can't do that, how is that going to help me? I feel like if I do all of that with my family, it's already hard enough when I got to go to work. Well, they have to understand. You have to set the boundaries and say, hey, this is what is my morning like. This is what I do. I cannot sacrifice this. I'm going to find a little bit of time. I'm going to do it. And so that's what you got to look at. And then once you start doing it day in and day out, it gets easier for you. And so now when you're on your business, you're working, you're very focused and you're determined to move forward. Okay, so that's it for kind of like a little routine in the mornings. Now, a few things you can do to better yourself as a business owner. It's to continuously refine your errors, continuously refining your breakthroughs. So whether you are failing to move forward or you are up here, it's always continuously refining, right? If you're in that growth or expansion phase, just allowing yourself to say, hey, can we do this better? Or, hey, I need to do this better. So what do I change? Now, there's people in this channel, for example, who are in the affiliate marketing space, or it's a different business model, but it all applies. The principles are the same. You have to ask yourself on a daily basis, is the strategy I'm using going to take me to the results I want or not? There comes a point where you have the mindset, the personal development, all this stuff that's already refined and working for you. But what could be failing you is your strategy and your tactics. And that, bar none, is a reason why so many people fail, not only in online, but in any type of business. If you don't have the right strategy, but also the right mindset about it, like if you think you're going to get just a short-term gain when it's a long-term one, then you're in for a big treat. And I'm sure, as a business owner, you know this already. It's like, hey, I will not get to my 10,000 per month, or I will not increase to another 30,000. But what do I have to do to get there? What are my steps daily in my business that I have to take that are going to get me there? If you're running ads, for example, do I have to increase my ad spend, my budget? How do I allocate that ad budget? And these are things that I'm reminded of doing just about on a daily basis, whether I'm working with clients or not. It's like, okay, well, I spent a good $800 this month. Now I got these results that I like, but what do I have to do even better the next month so I can profit? I can make a $2,000 plus profit. And so you got to ask yourself those questions, and then that's what's going to take you there. But everything we do, it's one step at a time. It's moving from ground level up. You can't start from here and then be up here right away. Everything has to start down here. And so if you're not where you want to be, if you're constantly struggling, kicking yourself daily, asking yourself when this will finally happen for you, when will you find your breakthrough? It's very close. You just have to keep knocking on the door. Nobody's opening. I'll come back again. What will eventually happen? People will open it for you. And so that's what you have to look at when you're running your business is I have to continue to knock. Even when it's working, I come back to the same door. I'm knocking. I don't expect a different outcome like, hey, they're going to show up at the door with something different. So that's how business is. You have to continue to knock over and over and over. It's a repetitive process. It's a cycle. And again, that doesn't matter if you're an affiliate marketer, if you are running a trucking business, if you are in the construction industry, it all applies. Now, one thing I do want to say for those of you who are in like the process of trying to get funding, and even if you are not, have a website. A website is very important. It shows legitimacy. It shows proof. It shows accountability, responsibility, many other things. And so by having a website, what that does is it shows your authority. Who are you in your space? Why do you matter? And so when you can apply those things, it'll help you for funding. Not only for that, but it'll take you a long ways within your authority. You can use a website for many reasons, and you can grow tremendously by doing that. You can add a lot of sections to it and start growing from there. If you're just tuning in, let me know in the comment section, where are you watching in from? What time is it there? We're going to round up here. We're going into the 10-minute mark, about 15 minutes. Go through some quick Q&As at the end, and then let you guys go on your way. But in any type of thing you do, you want to put your 100%. When I started in the health space, when I got that online, I had no other, my blindfolders were like, and they still are. So you have to be like this. I'm going to work on one thing. I'm going to put my blinders on, cut out all the noise, and work on it. Get good at it. Get the skills for it. That's one other thing. When you work on something for long enough, you may not have the skill sets, you may have the foundations, but once you do it over and over, the skills get refined. And you do it without even thinking about it. That is automating your habits and your routines. It becomes second nature. So if you're in that phase where you're kicking yourself right now and you're like, this guy's telling me what to do, but it's just not working, your breakthrough's right there. You just got to continue again, knocking on the door. Well, this strategy didn't work. Then I'm going to move on to the next one. What can I do then? So keep that in the back of your mind whenever you're doing any kind of project. That's what I do. And I say, for example, I was building systems. I like building systems. I've noticed that's like my thing. I know how to speak with people, but I love building systems. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out what is the next step that my customer can take in this process. If it's a client, how do I get him to become a customer? And so I'm always constantly thinking about how do I refine my systems? And if you know me, you know that. You've seen them. And I'm constantly like, how can I use a quiz? How can I use a pre-frame bridge to then introduce a service or a product to a person? And then from that product, how could I then take them to the next step where they can then make a purchase? How do I know they'll make a purchase? What will be my conversions? So if you are a business owner struggling with that, I highly recommend you add these upsells and downsells to your business. If you're currently selling products and services and you need help with that, let me know. But what you can do is ascend people. So they start here at the bottom. It's your value ladder. And so at the bottom, you might be offering a free ebook, a free guide on the 10 ways to construct your home more effectively, more efficiently. And then when somebody comes in on the next page, it could be a thank you page, and you're telling them, hey, thanks for sending me your email, your free ebook. It's on its way to your email. But in the meantime, watch this video. Boom. You watch this video that then tells the person, hey, we have this great product for you, or it's more scripted, but when you give them that message, then it'll send them to the next part. And then they'll be like, oh, well, I can go make this purchase. They make a purchase, and then they can get an upsell or a downsell, and that's how you build your business. So start thinking about it that way. Okay, so a few Q&A, rapid fire Q&As. If you guys don't have any, I'll go ahead and start. So some of the things that I've been getting asked. So how long will it take me to succeed in business? There is no numerical number. It's just how much time are you willing to take to learn the skills that you can apply to your business? That's the question you need to be asking. What are the skills that I need to get to apply to my business so that I can be successful? How do I wake up every morning and then apply that so that my business becomes successful? It all starts with you, your identity. If you have an identity crisis, you can't figure out who you are, you don't know how to identify, then you are going to struggle tremendously. So what I recommend you do is you get out a piece of paper. This is my note, my calendar. And then you write down your why. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why do I want what I'm looking for? And you write it down. The reason why I want to do this is because I want to better my family's life. I want to get them away from starving day to day. It could be different reasons. So ask yourself, what is my why? If you've lost that enthusiasm for your business, right? Maybe it is well structured and you're thinking about something else. Come back to that. Circle around why and ask yourself, who do I want to become so that this business can strive? These are things I ask myself and I think about on a daily basis. When things get hard, that'll push you through. When you don't get that commission, you don't get that funding, you don't get a specific product or a service, it's how you react to those things that show your character and show who you really are. So, few Q and A's, one more, or a few more, is trying to think about the one that was asked the other day. So people will ask me what type of industry is best to work with online, and this is for you guys who are in like the affiliate marketing space, internet marketing. Um, a space that is one, trending, two, has a trending platform, trending products. You can put a trending message in front of people. These are all part of the viral components that I teach as well. I made a video for this not too long ago, but which industry is most profitable? Think about what I just said. Trending, trending platform, trending message, you have trending products and services. And it's that straightforward. How do you think so many of these gurus online got to where they got to? Look at the Cardones of the world. How do you think they became who they are on the internet? Because they capitalized on all that. They capitalized on having a trending niche, having a trending platform, having a trending product and or service, having a trending message with the right deliverability. And that's how they got to where they got to. I'm not saying that they're great or even good. To be honest with you, there are a lot of people that I do not like, and people who are succeeding who I still don't like. And reasons why I look down on them is because the majority of them are trying to sell you a course to make their money, when it's information you can just find online or take some time to learn it. Now, that is everything. Just a few Q&As that I want to leave you with. Uh, for those of you watching, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.